Hey everybody, my name is Lynn. This is Subpar Planning. Welcome to my channel. It has been quite a hot minute since I've been on here. This is probably the first video I've probably put up in like almost a year. I mean, roughly. I am putting my planner for 2023 together. It's been a good year, and it's also been a difficult year, or challenging year, as most, I think, people have been experiencing right now. I will do my best to try not to touch the table so they don't shake the camera. Sorry about that. Even though I've been dealing with a lot of stuff, the one thing that's been consistent in my life is I have been planning, believe it or not. Even though I'm not posting stuff on Instagram, I'm not doing videos. I don't really plan for anything for any other reason other than myself. So if I post something, I post something. If I don't, I don't. I'm still doing it. Because it's one of the few things that I've been doing as of late that just kind of brings me some solace and just kind of makes me happy. I've been collecting sticker books, and I have gotten into quite a little bit of a dilemma there because I've gotten so many books, but I just like looking at them. They just make me happy. And I think we could all use a little bit of that, right? So anyways, we'll get started. Welcome to my channel. If you've been here before, welcome back. If you haven't, I hope you enjoy. I just do a lot of planner stuff. Sometimes I do unboxings. I don't really do planning with me's and stuff like that. I mean, there's so many talented people that are doing plan with me's out there. You will find something beautiful and you will find something inspiring. I don't know why I do this other than I think I just want to talk about planners and I really don't have anything else to talk to them about. So that's why I do this. I hope you enjoy, and let's get started. So these are the three that I'm going to be working with this year for 2023. The other thing that I got were these, and you're wondering like, what the hell are these? These are the notebooks. So these are all the happy notes. And the reason why I bought them wasn't necessarily for the covers, because I'm not going to use the covers, although the covers are pretty. They're cool. But what I bought them for was for the paper that was inside. So this is the Sew Love and Kindness Happy Notes. This is dot grid. And I got this from Joann's. And as you can see, it's just a simple dot grid. And that's why I bought it. I bought it because it's dot grid. So pardon me, I should have removed all of this stuff to get started. This is kind of stupid that you have to watch me do this. It's a waste of time. Let me get that out of the way. So as you can see, it's got, the three dividers, just like every other Happy Notes book. But the reason I bought it was not just because of the dot paper, was because of the dot paper. This doesn't really bother me as much, but this is easily covered. So I can actually just cover this up, and no one really looks at the spine anyways. I don't know. I don't really ever notice it. It's more of the page itself. So I bought this for journaling, memory keeping, and stuff like that. So that's why I bought this paper. And that's essentially the only reason why I bought this planner. We'll move on to the next. The next one is the Anything is Possible. I think it's part of that butterfly collection that they have. Again, apologies. This is stuff that should be done before you start the video because no one really wants to watch you do that. No one cares. So let's go into this one. This is another Happy Notes. It's got the butterflies on the covers. And again, the reason why I bought this was because I just thought this floral was really pretty, and I thought it would match the planner that I have that I'm going to be using for work. And again, the pages are nice and clean. It's not too obnoxious. And the dividers are actually really pretty. So it's a nice way to divide up a planner if you want. It's nice because you can flip it to have it be plain on one side if you want and designed on the other. So that's the reason why I got this, was basically because of the binding design, or whatever you want to call it, the edge design, and the fact that it's just, I can write notes in that. This is another one that I got. I should have done all this ahead of time. This annoys the shit out of me. I don't know if it annoys anybody else, but it annoys me. This one is a Happy Notes, and this is, the cover says, what does it say? Do what you love. That's fine. But the reason why I got this was because this is the black Happy Notes paper. Now, obviously, you can just get construction paper and, cut it down and punch it. But I had a coupon, I had a gift card left over, and so essentially got this book for free. So I bought this to use for my tarot card designs. I was also going to do like a zodiac page or like a a astrological sign page about myself, and I thought it would be fun to do it with black paper and just get those kind of fun little gel markers and stuff like that. So that's what this one is. The cover's okay. I mean it's actually kind of simple. It would have been nice if it didn't say that on it, but you know, whatevs. This is the last notebook I got. Everything that I bought in terms of notebooks all have plastic discs. So if you're looking for just some pretty colored plastic discs, they've got them. I got 2 blacks, a peach or pink, and then this like kind of gray one, which is actually cool. This is another one. This is the Happy Notes, Do More of What Makes Your Soul Shine. These are like, you know, geo, like rock stuff. Kind of like along the same vein as like the celestial kind of business. And again, I got this because the reason why I got this was it's dot grid up the top and then it's lined at the bottom. So it affords me the opportunity to draw or to do whatever I want, but I can also make some detailed notes about stuff. And again, the dashboards are just, you know, the typical Happy Planner dashboards. Kind of cute. Little bit of color. Leave a little sparkle wherever you go. So that's the reason why I bought these. I bought these not for the covers, but because of these variety of pages. And so that's kind of where that thought process is. And I'll be adding those to my notebook as I need them. Excuse me, my planner as I need them. So we already talked about this. Most people have seen these. There's tons of flip throughs. It's really pretty. What I like about it is I like the text or the font that they've chosen. I also like this monthly layout. This is kind of my jam right here. And then this is kind of my jam too. This is what I like. I just want everything in my face, just done, ready to go. Vertical planning and horizontal planning and all that other stuff. It's beautiful. I'm just not, I can't do it. I try to do it. I hate the way it looks. When you see, you know, pages by like Planning with Bumble, and when you see pages done by Plan with Lacey or Elise, and you see pages with Mojo Jojo plans, you see like all of these beautiful like pages that have been put together by these people, by these very talented people, and then you just see mine and it's like that TikTok video of the dog running majestically with the stick in his mouth, and then you go and here comes my dog and the dog's got like his tongue hanging out, friggin' tree stick hanging out of his mouth, and you just hear, you know, the flute, the really bad flute music playing. So I generally don't plan like that because I just can't. I get super frustrated with myself, and then I just stop. So, and then I just use pen and just be done with it. So I'm hopeful that this is going to help me because I really only have to focus on decorating this page if I really want to. And then if I feel like decorating a monthly, I can, but I don't feel ever compelled to decorate the monthly. Which is kind of funny because you just are like, well, what are you going to do with the other planner? And we'll get to that in a second. So this is what it looks like. It came with these kind of cute little plasticky discs, which are kind of pretty. They're like that glitter gold discs. This is the notebook that I got that I'm going to be using some of those pages, but I have to admit, I'm not a big fan of this corner image. It's kind of annoying. And I don't know, there's just something about it I don't like. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this cover and put it on this planner. This cover is not going to be on here, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to separate these with some dividers that I actually made, and I'll show you those in a second. So that's kind of what the process is. So I am going to change out everything, but I'll show you the discs that I'm going to be using. I just need to get them, excuse me. This is my bin of stuff. So this is the stuff that I'm going to use in these planners. Some of the stuff is stuff that I've made. Some of it's stuff that I've purchased. You know the drill. These are the discs that I'm going to be using for this planner. I know you can't see them because it's secret, right? It's a secret. It's a secret hidden by all of this janky paperwork. All right. I think that's 9. Maybe that's 11. I don't know. Who knows? Whatever. You don't care. Okay. So try not to shake the table. So these are the discs. These are these iridescent discs. I'll try to like shield the light from it a little bit, but they're actually really cool. They're like they look like an oil slick. That's kind of what it reminds me of. It reminds me of like an oil slick. When you see water and oil mixing together out on the road, it has that iridescent kind of quality to it. That's what these discs are. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to replace these discs with these ones. These are plastic. I'd like to see these in a metal. I just don't know if they'd be able to do that because of the way because of the process, because it's aluminum. So I don't really know if aluminum will do that. But anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this cover off. This notebook did not come with these gold metal discs. I don't know what was on them. I bought this like months ago, and I wanted the discs for something. I don't know. So anyways, so this is what that's initially going to look like. But I'm not really interested in just letting people see this all the time. So what I'm going to do is I got this from the Happy Planner. It's those black leatherette cases. These are actually kind of nice. I mean, if you can get one, I would highly recommend you getting one. They come in black, and I think they come in like a pebbly stone color. And they also come in like a really, really, like not a bubblegum pink, but it's kind of pink. If you're a pink girl, it's going to be your jam. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. And mainly because the reason why I'm doing this is mostly so that I can bring it to work and not have people like, what the hell is that? I was like, oh, it's just my planner. Without questions. And like, what is that? No one's business what it is, honestly. Now, that doesn't mean that I wouldn't turn this into a transformer planner, which I may very well do. That way I can have my Zodiac cover show when I'm like home working on it or just walking around with it. And then I can just flip the covers to show just like my work planner. So I'm not like flipping through all the pages. So it's very possible that I'll do some kind of like a transformer planner situation. But for now, we're just going to do it this way because I don't feel like changing because I'm lazy. So here we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm basically going to do the first page, the calendar, and then the important skate calendar, and then January, the month, and this this page. This is all I'm going to put in, at least for January, obviously. I'm not interested in taking all the tasks, although I do know plenty of people that love the tasks sheets, and those are actually kind of cool because it really, even though it's by the date, so each of these tasks corresponds to a day of the month, right? A day of the week. So that would be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So if you have 31 days, you've got 31 task boxes. If you've got 28 days, you got 28 task boxes, you know, like whatever. I find for me that this might be helpful, but I'm not sure yet. I haven't decided if that's really something that I want to use, but I'm not willing to put it into my planner just yet because it's my planner. I can do whatever I want. So next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go past January. Grab February in the month. And I guess I'll grab this one too, just because it's got a note page in it that I can use. So I will have one daily task sheet, one of the note sheets, the February upcoming, the February month, and then I'll have the February, whatever this thing is, I don't know, dashboard, I guess you can say. It's like a dashboard. I don't know, whatever. Whatever you want to call it, that's what we'll call it, right? That's what you want. That's the beauty of all this. So, there you go. So we'll go to March, check that last March page, or the upcoming March, the February notes. Everybody else get freaked out when you watch people put these in and you're like, oh my God, you're being so rough. Oh my God, you're gonna rip it. I do that sometimes. And then here I am doing it like an animal, like some sort of savage. All right, so I'm just gonna put the first 3 months in. I don't really feel that I need to put anything else in. The only other thing that I might do is I might do the April upcoming, just because, you know, why not? So if there's something coming up that I want to kind of remember, I can write it into my April. So on the floor that one goes, because we're basically done with that for now. Okay, so now I'm going to take out the folders and stuff that I've made. So a couple of things that I've made in my little handy dandy basket is I got some paper from Joann's. It's kind of some crisp, it's like Halloweenish kind of paper, but I just thought it was really pretty. So I'm going to cut a third divider. I thought I had a third one down, but apparently I didn't. So I'm going to cut that third divider down at some point and add it. But for now, what I'm going to do is add this first divider. because this is where I'm gonna put like my tarot card readings or like my journal my thoughts. I'm gonna write my thoughts down, stuff like that. So there's that. The reason why I like this paper is because it's actually double-sided, which is kind of cool. So let's get that out of the way. So what we have here is I did do this last year, and it was actually something that was really nice because it allowed me to reflect on the year, and I thought it was kind of fun, is I did a photo of the month every month. And so if something significant happened, then I kind of put it on my little folder. So I made another one. This is photo of the month for 2023 edition. And you're going to see like pencil lines, and that's the outline of my sprocket image. So I have a HP Sprocket, and it's one of those little instant printers. They're all over the place. There's tons in the market. Even Polaroid's gotten into the game with like the old school Polaroids. So if you're looking for some sort of like an instant printer where you can just get like small images, highly recommend looking into one of those. I use the HP Sprocket. I don't even think they make it anymore, but they're still doing software updates. So I'm going to keep using that until that's not available to me. So I'm going to put in my photos of the day of the month. There's something kind of fun about looking back at your photos of the month through the end of the year. So I actually just kind of like looked through it. I haven't put my December photo in yet, but it's just actually kind of fun to look at stuff like that. So next what I have is I printed some stuff off. Let me see here. I printed some stuff off. And I actually printed off my word of the year. So that's something else that I need to work on, that I'm going to put, and that will be going into the front of my binder. So I have, this came from some Park Lane set. Park Lane is the Joann's brand of like planner. If you haven't seen that, which you probably already have, but they had like this like little celestial set. And it was actually kind of cute. It even came with like, it came with this, and it came with these cute little star paper clips, star and moon paper clips. Here's one right here, you know, star paper clip, and it came with like a cute little pouch, and it came with like some little, you know, tassels and stuff like that, and some like paper. And I just really thought that this was pretty, so I'm going to actually use this as a background for this. This is I don't even know if you can see it because of the reflection. It's going to be pretty nasty, but this is a zodiac sign or a zodiac compass, or like a compass rose or a sun. It's got all the signs on it. And so what I did was I printed it on transparent paper, laser, inkjet, whatever you got. This came off of Pinterest. It's just a copy of something. I don't know what it came from. And then I was just going to plop that on here. So there is this. All the punches that I made were with the We Are Memory Keepers, that crocodile, that huge punch. If you that will make the Happy Planner punches. If you don't know what that is, or if you've seen it, I did do a review of it on my videos. So if you go through the videos, you'll actually see me. I punched through tin, the Dollar Tree cutting board mat. I punched through chipboard. I think I even punched through fabric just so that people could see what it looks like. It actually came out pretty good. And so, you know, there you go. If you're something that you're interested in, I highly recommend it. So there you go. So that'll be kind of attached there. So that's that background. I don't know if I like that. It might need to be a little bit lighter. So there's that. And then the other thing that I have is I found some old paper kicking around. So this is going to be for my tarot card of the month. I used to do like almost a tarot card every day, but I just found that it was just a little too much for me. So I'm going to do a card for the month. These are the pages. All I did was just throw some stickers on them. There's they're not in numerical order. The only thing that's going to be the first page is this. So I put tarot card of the month 2023. Obviously it's crooked. I printed this out on my little Cricut, my Cricut Joy. It's kind of handy to have if you don't really have that. If you don't have the space, a Cricut Joy is actually kind of nice. And so I'm just going to pop this in here. And I basically set this up so I can put 2 cards per page. So it's going to allow me to pick the card, write the card down, draw a picture of it, print a picture of it, whatever I want, and then just to write a little bit about it. And it would just be kind of nice to reflect on it. I may also do a tarot card of the day, and if I do, it's going to probably just be no explanation, no descriptions or anything like that. It might just be something as simple as going to the month. So it might be something like this, like going to the month and just writing down here, like, you know, 6 of Wands or 5 of Cups or something. And then if I want to elaborate further, I can elaborate in a notebook, which I could potentially be putting in, which is notebook pages. And if I decide to do that, I'll do that. But right now, I'm not really interested in doing that. So there's my photos of the month, a little zodiac thing, whatever. Tarot cards of the month. And then I think that's going to be it for that. extra stuff. Some of these things came in that Joann's paper pad. I don't know if I have anything else in here. No, I don't think so. So I think the other thing that I bought was the Cosmic Watercolor. It was like an expansion pack, and it came with all these like little pretty notebook pages and stuff like that. So I'm just going to pop a couple of these in because I might actually very well use these for my tarot journal. And again, it's going to be like, you know, it's not going to be a ton of words, right? I'm not interested in writing novels. I just want to write down the card of the day and just kind of move on. So because this paper is pretty and it kind of goes to that kind of aesthetic that I'm looking for, I'll just probably put these behind here, and then I can use those as needed. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my second divider, which I am going to probably make a third, and that's going to hold my, this is going to be my work planner. So if I wanted to turn this into like a transformer planner, then I would probably do this and then change it and add the pages. But for now, I'm just going to do it this way. I feel like I need a, I feel like I legit need a master's of science to figure it out. I don't know if you guys, it's always one of those things like I have to do it like 15 minutes and flipping back and forth to try to figure it out. So I feel like an idiot most of the times. So I was going to not include this hello page, but I really would like to have these pages in. What I could do is I could, you know, just keep it like this, and that's actually kind of nice because it'll give me a heads up of the year. So I might just do that. I don't necessarily need 2023 because I got it on the front. So all I'm going to do is just this. Pop this in like a savage. And then move on. So I'm going to probably do the first 3 months again of this. And so as you can see, I've already got some stuff marked out because these are days that I have to go to the school to teach. And then you're going to see, I'm going to have Post-it notes everywhere. Like when we have faculty meeting or when I have some sort of meetings, or if I have vacation, I have the tests or exams for my students. So I'm going to just pull out the entire month, and I will leave the dividers in here for each month because it's just gonna make things easier for me. Like a savage. And then I'll grab February. So our school year is not a typical school year. The way we work is we're in school basically every month of the year. We don't take summers off like normies. We're in school all the time. So with that being said, we have certain periods of breaks and stuff like that, or periods of times we're on break, but they're only like a week. And generally speaking, when the students are on break for a week, I don't take that week off because it allows me or affords me the opportunity to get a lot of stuff done when I, not having to deal with them. Don't get me wrong, I love them and it's fun and I love my job, but it's sometimes nice to just like sit in my office and do stuff without having to be interrupted by things. So this is going to be my work planner. And again, I might put a divider. I don't know. I might put something there. It just looks so like, ooh, in your face. So I might do something like that. But this is going to have test dates, graduation dates, certification dates, licensure, expiration dates. It's going to have faculty meetings. It's going to have one-on-one meetings. It's going to have all sorts of stuff. So that's basically what that's for. The nice thing about having both of these together is that if I was out and about and I needed to like check a date, I can hopefully have this filled out properly so that I can just kind of flip through it and just find it. That's why I think I might turn this more into a transformer planner than an actual, than the way it's set up right now, because I can just walk into a shop or walk into a business, carry this and not look like a, not look like a weirdo. So yeah, this is basically what it kind of looks like. And again, I have things to add, which one of those things includes my word of the year. And, I normally don't really do a word of the year. I mean, I've done it in the past, just like everybody else. And sometimes it works out for me and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes I follow it. Sometimes I don't. Oops, excuse me. But at this point in time, I had to do a lot of soul searching for myself this year, and there's a lot of stuff that I wasn't really dealing with, or things that I was dealing with, or things that I thought I had dealt with, and obviously I didn't. So for me, it took me a while to figure it out, and I think real talk if you will, I think a lot of my issues were things that I just didn't deal with in the past, and part of that had to do with blaming other people for things. But the thing was, is I wasn't actually angry at them. I was actually angry at myself. And what I realized was that in order for me to move forward, I have to forgive myself for the things that I've done in the past, whether they're good or bad or indifferent. And understand and recognize that I am a good person that had made some maybe bad decisions, not as bad as some other decisions maybe that other people have made, but then nonetheless, I have to own those. And so my word of the year is forgiveness. And it's not necessarily forgiveness for anyone but myself. So I have to learn to forgive myself. So that's my word. So basically that's just the date. It's kind of light. It's written, it is printed on vellum and it's printed in color. You just can't really see it. It says forgiveness. It's a noun, the action or process of forgiving or being forgiven. And so that's kind of where I'm at. This page that you see here is from the Celestial Watercolor expansion pack. And it just says right here, do what you love. But I thought it looked really nice against that background. It kind of helps everything stand out a little bit, but you still see some of the gold and you can see some of the gold stars that are here. This is something I made in Canva. I used the background and I just typed up the words and I looked up the definition in Webster's. That's basically how this came about. I think what I'm going to do though is to protect this vellum, I'll probably just keep it on the inside. So it's going to be the first thing I look at when I open my book. And I know that the word of the year is very personal for a lot of people, and some people, everybody has their reasons for choosing them. And my reason is because I need to learn to forgive myself. And that's a tough thing to do, right? So that's what I'm going to be working on this year. So with that being said, I have some decorations and some things that I will be putting in my planner, and I'll just show you those. Some things that I printed out that I actually ended up not doing, but I just thought they were really cool. So I got this off of Etsy, off of Pinterest. I just printed it out onto clear translucent paper, but I decided not to use that. This came from the Cosmic Watercolor expansion pack too. It's just this really pretty page divider, and I can never tell. I feel like it's got like a plastic covering on it, but I can't peel it off, so I'm just gonna let it ride. So I thought what I would do is I probably was going to I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put that probably back here maybe. I don't know. This seems like a good spot. That's the beauty of the Happy Planner, right? You can change it. And then some other stuff that I have are just some fun little, I don't know, decoration. But this is something that was in my mini Happy Planner. I made a tarot mini Happy Planner. It was like a journal, and there's a video someplace of that, but this is what this is. This is just a leftover. So it just talks about like the astrological style and sign and, stuff like that. So I thought what I'd do is I'd take that and I was just going to pop it right before the tarot stuff. Because I don't know. It's just kind of fun. The other thing that I have here is this like little pocket, and that little pocket I was going to put like maybe the tarot card of the month in there, although I don't really know if I feel comfortable enough to separate my tarot card from my tarot cards from its deck like that for an entire month. So I'm probably not going to be doing that, but I could draw a picture of it and just stick it in this pocket. And so that's why, for me, for something else. And then this is just this is printed off of the HP Sprocket. It's a little print. It just says Cancer, and it has a little description of, traits of a Cancer. And then it's got the actual the star diagram or whatever, this thing, where is it, that thing. So I'm just going to pop that in there. The only thing I have is this Lost in a Daydream. This is like a little, again, it came from the watercolor. It's actually, that was a really cool expansion pack. If you can get your hands on it, I would recommend it. If you kind of like moon, celestial, stuff like that. So this is here, and I'll probably just leave that here in case I want to put something in there. Although, God only knows, this will probably be gone in a couple of days. And then I'm going to just put a couple of extra sheets of these. These are from some old set. This is from remember the little skinny mini? That was kind of a big rage there for a while. So I have some of these sheets left over. And then this is just the Line It Up. I've got the two. I've got this one that says Line It Up, and this one says Check It Off. And I kind of like the circles more than the squares, so I'm going to put that in here. But that's going to probably go all the way into the back behind my work planner. Look at these discs are getting full up already, huh? Oh, like a savage. Just shove it in there. Get it in. Savage. There. So I'll put a couple of these sheets in here because these are good for like notes and stuff. Let me get these guys out of the way. And let me get my raven on the skull out of the way. Again, you know, that's not, I'm not selling it. I'm not doing anything with it. I printed it out for personal use, and I don't even know if I'm going to do that. I'll probably just destroy it. So with that being said, I'll throw a couple of these little sheets on just for funsies. And then I'm going to go into the notebooks and pull out some pages. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll probably pull out a couple of these pages because they're just kind of pretty. And that way I can take, if I need to take notes in a meeting or if I need to take notes for something, they're not so like, oh, what's that? They look like little cartoon stuff. That looks a little more adultish, if you will, if you want to call it that. And then I'm going to include a couple of these pages just because I like that part, because it'll allow me to draw if I need to, and I can still take notes at the bottom if I have to. So let's get that out of the way. That's essentially it. Now, does that mean I'm going to keep this cover? Probably not. I don't know. I've got this black cover on it. I mean, do I really need this? Not really. So I might actually get rid of it. And so this is essentially my planner for the year. What will happen is as the months go by, I'll take the old month out, I'll put the new month in. So this should only really ever be 3 months at a time in here. I'm not really one to like super decorate and stuff like that. Although, you know, who knows, you might see some stuff kind of kicking around in here somewhere. And I mean, this stuff is just there, but it doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to keep it in here. It's just, I'm kind of just like, you know, spitballing it, trying to figure out what I want to do with stuff. You know, this might not be such a bad idea. I don't know. So who knows? In this cover itself, this might actually go too. In which case, if that's the case, then I'm going to have to move this to someplace else because I really don't want it to get ruined, because it's going to get ruined. That's the only reason why having this cover here is would be nice. I can always take this and put this in front, and that might actually help to protect this, but this is going to get all sorts of messed up. So, you know, that's the only reason why I'm contemplating keeping that, at least this on, maybe taking the one in the back off. And again, you know, what I might do is I might use this black cover and this cover and turn it into a transformer planner so that this is constantly covered and protected. And then when I need to use this for work, I can just switch it to this one that says 2023. It looks kind of adultish, but not really. It doesn't look as childlike, I guess you can say. And yeah, so we can do that. So yeah, I guess that is about it. So this is essentially what I'm going to be working with. Now, the question I ask, or the question I pose, I'm willing to take bets on this, is how much of this is going to get filled out this year? Am I actually going to fill this out? Who knows? I am going to be working on a reading list. So I'm going to do a book list of books I've read. I wanted to do that last year, and I actually did do it in my ring planner, and that ring planner is just an embarrassment. It's so embarrassing. I don't even know where it is anymore. Like, it's gone. Oh, here it is. This is what I was using last year. This is the Filofax Centennial. It's the 100-year-old. It's a 100-year anniversary planner, and it actually, I actually decorated it quite nicely. I was pretty happy with it. Let me just get some of this stuff out. It's kind of personal. So yeah, this is what I was using, and unfortunately, we are in the month of December, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. Month of December. And as you can see, oh, there we go. I've been furiously filling out this planner. These pages were from Hobby Lobby. This is the Agenda 52. It's the personal size. I actually really liked it. They were plain. They came undated. They just had the day of the week in there. And they have this little mood tracker check-in thing, which I never used. What I actually did was I cut pieces of paper to cover it. And I just don't have any of those covers. And the reason why I like this is because their dashboards, they're blank. So it says October, and you can actually use this month to month in a different planner without having to worry about your dashboard, which is kind of why I liked it. So basically I kind of decorated for Halloween, and then you can see this is what I got. This came from Filofax. So it was just this blank sheet, but with nothing on the back of it. So I just took my Happy Planner stickers, and I just took some stickers and decorated it. I did the same thing for, I think I did the same thing for November. Yep. There you go. Ooh, so decorated. So decorated. And then if you look, wah, there you go. There's December. Still blank. And this is essentially what it looked like. But I loved these dashboards, these monthly dashboards. They're great because they're decorated on both sides and there's nothing on them. Like I can actually use this again next year if I wanted to. So that's why I really like this set. And so what I've been doing is I'm not keeping the monthly pages. I know a lot of people like to keep the monthlies so they can keep trying, you know, see what they did last year or whatever, the year before. I really don't care. That was last year. Doesn't make any difference to me. It's in the past. So I just throw those things out, but I have been keeping these things. And so as you can see, a lot of this stuff came in like paper kits. These came like on a Michaels paper kit. So I kept some of these stuff. And, you know, this is like one of my pens that I've been using. This is the Pilot Energel. It's 0.03. It's like a micro tip and I love it. It's like a needle tip. Look at that. It's the best pen ever. I ordered the refills online on Amazon. And so then, you know, like I have like sheets of paper and I have like, you know, things that I cut, you know, or put together. These are my dividers that will separate my calendar. This one this separates my photo of the month. And then I'm going to just cover that up because those are people that might not want to be on video. And then, oh, look, here's my reading list for 2022. Yeah, so glad I got into that. So yeah, clearly I have read no books other than textbooks because I'm actually in school now to get my master's. And so basically all I've been reading are friggin' textbooks. And then I have a pain tracker. I was just recently diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. And that's been a real struggle for me to just kind of come to terms with that. So that's something I've been dealing with. And because of that, I haven't really been doing much of anything. I also did an Oracle card of the day. This was a tracker for pain. This is the Oracle tracker. And so I was trying to get it going and I kind of did. This was for the month of January. So there you go. I stopped on January 15th and never filled another month out. So, you know, I'm doing great with keeping track of shit. And then this is another divider that I made. And this divider just has like extra pieces of paper. This is all from the Agenda 52. I really liked it. But I decided I wanted to go classic Happy Planner again. Because as much as I like rings, I don't know. I'm just drawn to the discs. And then this is just an envelope with some stuff. And again, these are just cutouts and stuff like that. And these are from Planner. These are Hobby Lobby. These are Planner 52. And so all I did was I just took a piece of paper and I just did the outlines of everything so I could see what's going on. And again, this works well for this planner, but I can't really fit this in the Happy Planner. Although I guess I could put it in in an envelope or something, but I just feel like that kind of defeats the purpose. And then these are the mild liners that I have, just so I could see what they look like. This is an envelope that I made. It's just got some little decoration on it, but it's just there. It's just there. And it's the classic size. So it's the mini Happy Planner size. So I can actually use that in there if I want. Another envelope. And then this is the dollar store cutting mat that I cut down to protect the inside of this. This is a beautiful planner. I won't be getting rid of this anytime soon, obviously, but I hope to maybe go back to using it maybe next year. Trying to streamline this, maybe make it a little more minimal. But this is probably one of the only things that I have in this planner that I just love. These are from Daiso. These are scissors. And they actually do work. So I just keep that little thing on there to keep them set up. So there you go. So here is me back on the scene, so to speak. Put a little picture, my little picture of Edgar Allan in there. This is one of my favorites. I'm back on the scene, sort of. I can't guarantee that another video is going to be coming out anytime soon. I'll give it a shot. I'll give it the old college try. But for now, this is what I got working. This is what I'm working with. So anyways, I hope this finds you all happy and healthy. I hope you had a a good 2022, and I hope that we all have an extremely amazing, happy, healthy 2023. And yeah, so with that being said, remember, you are loved, you are wanted, and you deserve to be here. Okay, I'll see you later. Bye. Deuces. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, or I guess I should say I should be welcoming myself back to my channel actually. My name is Lynn, and you're watching Subpar Planning on YouTube. It has been quite some time since I've done a video. Hey everybody, this is kind of weird. I'm actually making a video. Wow, look at me, back from the beyond. Let's get started.